Good morning, mathematicians. Today we are going to be learning about dividing by 7. And when we learn about dividing by 7, we're going to learn 3 different strategies to help us. So one strategy, the first one we're going to learn about when we divide it by 7, is that we can make an array. We are also going to learn that we can use our related facts. And we can also use the strategy, make a model. So let's take a look at a problem and try our first strategy, make an array. I'll put these ones to the side for now. So I have my word problem here. It says, Miss A used 28 large apples to make 7 loaves of apple bread. She used the same number of apples for each loaf. How many apples did Miss A use for each loaf? Okay, boys and girls, I know it's been a while since we've been in school, but how many times should I read a word problem? Shout it out, scream it out. Do I hear 2? You are absolutely correct. We need to read our word problem twice. We read it once just to take in all the information. Now we're going to read it one more time, pulling out the important information and making that mental picture in our head. So it says, Miss A used 28 large apples. Okay, so I'm picturing I went to the store and bought a big bag, and there's 28 apples in there. So I'm going to write down that information because it's important. So I know I have 28 apples to make 7 loaves of apple bread. So imagine like when you buy like a loaf of banana bread or chocolate chip bread or something, you have the loaves, right? So there's 7 of them. That's important too. She used the same number of apples for each loaf. That makes sense, right? Because it's a recipe. How many apples does Miss A use for each loaf? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how many apples are used in each one of these loaves. I know my total amount of apples. I know how many loaves I'm making, but I don't know how many apples are going in each. Now, I see the keyword each. We know each is usually a signal to either multiply or divide. Right now in your mind, tell me, am I going to be multiplying these numbers or dividing them? Are you thinking division? Then you are correct, right? Because we know how many apples I have, we know how many loaves, but we're trying to figure out how many are in each. So who can tell me what my division sentence is here? What number am I going to start with? What is my dividend going to be? You're right, it is 28. I am going to be doing 28 divided by 7 to figure out how many apples are in each. Good. So now that we know what we're solving, we can use our strategy, make an array, to solve it. So remember, an array, we used to use these. My stuff just remember, we used to make arrays all the time for multiplication. But division's a little bit different. We still will be making our array, but we are not making 28 rows with 7 in each. 28 is our total. But we do know the number 7. So that's telling me I need to make rows of 7 and see how many I have. So I am going to start by making one row of 7 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I'm going to keep making rows of 7 until I get to what number? 28, right? And then I'm going to see when I'm done how many rows I have, and that's going to tell me how many apples are in each. So it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, not there yet, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Wow, so I see I made 1 row, 2, 3, 4. I made 4 rows, so that means there are 4 apples in each loaf. Okay, that's one strategy. Now I mentioned we're going to learn 3 strategies to help us. So let's try our next strategy, which is using our related facts. So let me erase this over here. And let's see if we still get the same answer, but using a different strategy, our related facts. Okay, great. Same problem. We're still trying to figure out 28 divided by 7. This time, I want to use my related facts. If I don't know 28 divided by 7, I can think, but I am really good at my multiplication. So let me figure this out using multiplication. So if I have a multiplication sentence, we have a number, one factor, times another factor, and it equals our product. Let's fill in our multiplication sentence with the information we do know. Now, we know it's going to be 7 times something, and it needs to equal 28. Okay? Oh, now I can just count by 7s until I get to 28. 7, 14, 21, and 28. I did that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Oh, would you look at that? That means 28 divided by 7 is 4. Awesome. Let's try another strategy. Oops. And that is making a model. Okay? Same problem. Let's see if we get the same answer again if we use a different strategy, making a model. Okay. So when we make a model, we want to picture what the problem would look like. So I want to start by making equal groups. How many equal groups do I need to make? Shout it out. And tell me why. Are you thinking I need to make 7 equal groups because we are dividing by 7 and that represents our 7 loaves? Then you are absolutely correct. So I'm going to start by making 7 groups. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have my 7 groups. Now what am I going to do? What is my next step? I'm going to put 1 in each until I get to 28. Because remember, I bought 28 total apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Notice how I'm lining them up nice and neat so it's easy to keep track. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Wow, would you look at that? How many apples are in each loaf or in each group? 4. So we got the same thing once again. So to review, when we divide by 7, we can make a model, which we just did. We can also make an array or use our related facts. Okay, I want you to try using any one of these strategies. Again, make a model, use related facts, or make an array to solve this multiplication problem. Do it on a scrap paper, a whiteboard, anything you want. I want you to try and solve. Oops, wrote the wrong number. I want you to try and solve 42 divided by 7 to figure out what that equals. All right, off you go, mathematicians. Try this problem.